This video demonstrates the use of a conditional expression. It uses these ternary operators. We'll talk about that a little bit more in just a moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a user entered int value, and then we're going to convert that value to be in the numerical range of a data type char. That numerical range is -128 to 127. Okay, so let's take a look at what the program does so far. So far, we declare a variable user val initialized to 0. We output asking the person to enter a value. We collect that user entered value, store it into the variable user val, and then we output that value that has been converted to the char range. Let's go ahead and just run the program to get a baseline of where we are. So I'm going to compile the program and then execute the program. Enter a value, let's say 100. So your value in the char range is 100. What about if I were to enter -500? Then your value in the char range is -500. Well, that's obviously wrong because the minimum value is supposed to be 128. So let's go ahead and break down what we need to do. I'm going to copy paste, we need to make sure the minimum value is 128. One way we can do this is to use an if statement and check to see if the value has gone below -128, because if it has gone below -128, then we need to assign the value 128, because we're saying the minimum value is -128. Let's go ahead and test this out. Compile, execute. So if I did -500, now it says the minimum value is -128. What if I did the positive value 100? Then it's 100. What if I did -100? Then it's just -100. So that's fine. Let's convert this if statement into a conditional expression. So I'll make a little room for myself. So what we want to do is we want to change user val depending on if user val is less than 128. And if it is, so we're asking a question, is user val less than 128? If it is, then we want to assign the value of -128. If it isn't, that's what the colon means. It means else, or it isn't, then we want the value to stay the same. So I'll save. Oh, I need to remove the old code. And I've saved. Now what does this say? This says if user value is less than -128, then we're going to assign user val -128. Otherwise, user val will remain the same. Compile, execute, and let's test this. If we had -500, then the minimum becomes -128. If we had 1,000, yeah, then 128. What if it was 100? Then it's just 100, because -100 does not go below -128. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now what about the other part? The other part is we're looking to get a maximum value of 127. It's very similar to this expression. I'm actually going to copy, paste, and then modify. So what's different? The first thing that's different is what we're looking for. What we're looking for is no longer if you're below -128. We're looking for if you're above 127. And if you are above 127, then we want to assign the value 127. Otherwise, user value will just remain the same. All right, let's try this out. Compile, execute. So if we put the value 500, then we get the output of 127. That's correct, because our maximum value is supposed to be 127. What if we did the value 100? Then we get 100, because 100 is within the range. What about -500? Then we get -128. What if we do 0? Then we get 0. Looks like we've solved our problem. Great, thank you.